Do you want to win more sprint races? Then you're in the right place to find out a little secret hack as to how you can get into some slightly easier groups than you are used to on F1 Clash on a Monday and Tuesday. And also, we're going to share with you how you will not automatically start a new sprint group once you have finished. So there's nothing worse than racing a sprint race, completing a group, and then you get to the end of it and you're automatically placed in a new group. That is so frustrating. So, in this video, we're going to cover off how to get rid of that as well. So yes, here we are. We're going to show you how you can do this and get so many more P1 crates for your account. So many more rewards. We know at the minute rewards seem a little bit less than they were before, which is an interesting change, but they're still rewards at this stage. So obviously we want to get you, if you can, into P1. And of course, sprints give you reward for doing normal races in your highest series. So the first thing we want to avoid is basically getting into another group. Okay, so before we give you the ultimate winning tip. Now, the first of all, you've just won your P1 crate. Absolutely great. And you haven't got time to do another sprint crate after this, but you know it's going to get into an automatic group. So how do we change that? And it's quite easy. Watch this. So if I click collect on my beautiful P1 crate, I'm going to get my reward on my free-to-play account, like so. I'm going to get my glide. I'm going to get some Ollie Bearman nearly to level 5. I'm going to get some slick shift, and I'm only in series 4, so it's going to be a low number of epics. We're going to get free Jack duel. Now, what most people do is they make the rookie mistake of clicking through this screen. You've got to stop and you've got to hold, okay? Easiest thing to do. Now, what you need to do is simple, and it might be different for Android or Apple. You want to force close the game. On that screen, bang, we have force closed the game. Done. And you still get that reward, don't worry. Now what you want to do is load up the game again. And what you're going to find now is going to be magic. Because we load up the game, we hit the home page. There is our sprint button on the left hand side. Now usually after you've claimed that reward, you would end up in a group. That's what we don't want to do. So if I click that button now, boom, I am not in a sprint group. That means I can come back later on this evening, whenever it is, and I can start to race more sprints on a new one. So that is a really, really good way to stop putting into sprints. Really good way. Now, a little small tip before we get into the bigger one is remember, it will tell you how many points you need. Here you can see it needs 120 race points in the highest series. So that basically means 40 points a race. You can do it in 3 races. What you want to do is get the total points that you need. Let's say it's 200. And divide that by how many races you think it's going to take. And that will work out how many points. I can't do this in less than 3 races. So otherwise it would be like... it'll be some ridiculous amount of points. So, yeah, you can get 94 points in 2 races. So I'm never going to be able to do it in 2. But I can obviously do it in 3 by getting 40. And just work that out to make it easier for you. How many races do I need to score and how many points I need? That's the best thing to do. I think in mine at the moment on my main account, I'm in Series 9. I need 100 and I think it was like 160 or something. And it basically needed like 43 points a race to get it in 4. But obviously it's more than that, 170. So it's 43 points a race in Series 10, which I can't do. So I have to do it in 5. It's a good way of working out. Now, here comes the rookie mistake. Everybody, to start sprint races, and the seasoned player will know, do not click Let's Duel. Do not click this button. Because what will happen is you will get placed in basically something like this. Have you ever clicked Let's Duel and you see that you're already in a start group? That's unfair, but it is something that happens. That is what you've got to avoid doing. If you do this, you are going to be losing pretty much every time you're sprint group. You are not going to claim P1 unless you get a miracle. So we need to avoid doing that. And how do we do that? Easy. So cross off this. doesn't enter still. We don't want to enter a sprint race right here. So we're going to click the cross. But how do you start? Well, you just go to races, you go to duels, and you will find that your highest series unlocked will have earn sprint points at the top. You can see at the top of series 4, earn sprint points. Now, all you need to do is start a race in series 4. Once you start a race, you will absolutely finish the race completely. You will come back to the home screen, and instead of being at the bottom, you will find you're actually that person at the top. All these people do what I'm showing you now. The people at the bottom go through the Let's Duel button. So that is a massive bonus, and that is going to help you win so many more sprints, because you're going to do a full race and earn your points before it enters you in a sprint. It's a massive cheat code when it comes to sprint racing, and we know that matchmaking can be tough. We know that these are filled out by real players, so you will often get some groups that are more difficult than others, but you've got to take in F1 Clash every advantage that you possibly can get, and this is one of them. So make sure when you get your reward, you close down the game on the final reward, and you will see now Jack Doohan. I should have about 7 Jack Doohan. There you go. My reward has still counted. So close the game down on your final reward from your sprint crate, reload it. You're not going to be in a group, you're going to be fine, but never click Let's Duel. Always do it through this. And the one thing you want to do as well, never sit there and check your progress after every race, because you are delaying time. Do not ever click that button. Just race, race, race as fast as you can, and ultimately it will tell you where you are. It will tell you if you've won when you get to the points you need. Just keep racing until that shows. Now, there is the odd time where a visual bug can happen. On a Monday and Tuesday, that purple button will not be displayed. It will suddenly not be present. Now, that doesn't mean sprints are not active. That just means that it's a visual bug and it's not showing the button. If you get that, the easiest thing to do is just keep racing. Believe me that it will be in the background if you're racing on a Monday and Tuesday. Eventually, when you get to the points position, it will show your group and your reward where you finished. So even if it's not there, unless you see something otherwise in the game or on the Discord or wherever, it is still there. So if you want to win more sprints, you've got to simply watch this video, and hopefully you've got this far in. We've taught you how to not start another sprint group if you don't have time to race another one. We've also shown you the best way to possibly start a sprint group as well, with racing first and then entering a group after your first race. It is the best way to do it, and it's the ultimate way to start getting better finishing positions in sprint races.